Hello YouTube world, MacDaddy1911A1 here with the Shade Tree Survivalist. This video here, ladies and gentlemen, is about my favorite rifle, my go-to war choice, the M14 rifle. Of course, I have had mine in a Sage EBR chassis since, 2014. And I do not regret the purchase of the chassis. It is freaking awesome. The first part of this video, you're going to see me creeping around in the woods. Now, the reason I'm doing this, ladies and gentlemen, is to show you that you can move around in the woods in tight cover where there's vines and plenty of undergrowth that can snag you and get all up in you. Just notice, ladies and gentlemen, how I carry the rifle. Okay, it's a low ready, and the majority excuse me, the majority of the weight is being carried by the sling. And this is the new Vickers combat application sling with a quick adjustment system that I absolutely love. In some video that I have not included in this particular episode, I guess you'd call it, I moved it from my left shoulder where it is now over to my right shoulder and move it back and forth. I found it easier to have it over my left shoulder when moving in close country like this here, where you got a lot of brambles and vines and undergrowth. This is reminiscent of Predator. I love that shot in Predator. You can see the sweat on the side of my face. It was very hot the day I did this section of video. I did this video over 3 weekends, ladies and gentlemen, but it was very freaking hot. It's up in the 90s. Humidity 70, 80, 90%. Just absolute terrible. And I didn't put on my full combat rig and so forth because I wanted you to be able to see how I'm handling the rifle. And if I put the full camo on, the camo sleeve on the rifle, the barrel sleeve on, the scope sleeve, you wouldn't have really been able to tell what I was doing with the rifle. You can go and check out my playlist, The Art of Camouflage, and check out The Art of Camouflage, The Finality. That video alone will show you what you can do if you are properly camouflaged. Here we are shooting. I do believe these are some reloads. Had some hiccups with it. I edited most of that crap out, but that magazine is one of the ones that was given to me several years back. I was still working at Boyu, I believe, in a carpet mill, and it has a weak spring, and several times it failed to pick up the next cartridge. And one of them was very powerful. I think it was overloaded round, and the thing about the gas system is if it's got a certain pressure wave, the 7.62 NATO, the way it's designed, the pressure wave, if it's too powerful, it will not extract and eject. Now here's slow-mo. Check this out. Oh, you can see the brass being slung to the front, and that was actually one of those rounds. But I'd already walked down and checked the target. I'd hit it all 3 times. This big detergent jug, and it didn't blow up. And then I thought about it later. There's a lot of foam coming out of it when I was
piece of brass right here.
Adding the water to the jug, and I guess when the foam settled down, the top third of the jug was empty, so I pierced it, and none of the water came out of it. But here in a little bit, you will see the results when I actually hit it in the main body of it where the water was at. There was explosive expansion of the liquid inside, and it destroyed the bottle. And when it was daylight still, I was outside looking around, I missed the bottle. I didn't even go to looking for it. It threw that bottle 10 feet to the left of where it sat. Blew a 6x6 or 6x8 chunk of plastic, one entire rear wall of the jug, completely away from the main body, and the main body flew 10 feet. Now here's a nice close up. I did this at 80 frames per second in 1080p high definition, and man, it really came out nice.
Right.
This is going to take all night to upload, I would imagine, because I'm going to put it in full HD and upload it to YouTube in full HD, and you guys should watch it on your TV, not or a laptop full screen, not on your phone, because it just does not do it justice.
Didn't explode though.
But
All right, now.
yeah, we were nailing it. But I still think I'm tilting the rifle. And the reason I think I'm tilting the rifle is because it was hitting to the right of the bottle instead of the center. And I definitely didn't pull the shot. I mean, just did not pull the shot. It was wonderful. The muzzle blast off this thing, even though it's so high off the ground, is just outstanding. You will notice that there's a lot of play with the bipod. That is one of my next purchases. A better scope and then a better bipod. There's way too much freaking wiggle. It's moving around way too much. Can't load the damn thing because it's flimsy as crap. But you can see with the EBR chassis, you've got the ability to easily adapt a scope to it. You've got the adjustable cheek piece. You've got the adjustable stock. You got the pistol grip. You've got the ability to add a light. You've got the ability to add a bipod, all very easily. Though you're gaining a couple of pounds to the rifle's weight. Now it didn't feed the next round. Okay, now what's causing that is if you got a weak magazine spring, what happens is it doesn't push the next round up in front of the bolt as it starts back forward after it extracts and ejects the fired cartridge. So what happens is it misses and it didn't feed enough. And that's one of the magazines that one Mr. Gas 1 gave to me. It's just a weak spring, no big deal. I've got 10 brand spanking new ones. I got all Wolf magazine springs, and I'll just take a new magazine spring and stick in it and the other one, and they'll be good to go. The body is fine. It didn't interfere with the bolt or anything. And here I'm wrapping it up and about to take the camera, which I already had the Canon down there, and you'll see in the next section here coming up very quick. Okay, the first 3 shots, and I'll turn it up a bit, but the first 3 shots, ladies and gentlemen, hit the white jug to the far right. Okay, the big jug. That's a big detergent jug. It hit it, no doubt about it. But it didn't hit the water. It was in a high in the jug and up to the right. All 3 shots hit, and I think right there you see that stick bouncing behind the Coke bottle and the milk jug. I think the water was the very top of the water was pouring out of it. But other than that, and then I cut it and I merged in the last section of that video because that was like 10 minutes of nothing. The first 3 shots, you hear the shots and nothing. I mean, it's just, like 9.5 minutes of nothing or something like that, or it was 7 minutes of nothing, and then I walk up there to it. I was about 50 yards away. It's as much as I can get without having a plunging shot off the hill. And I don't want to move the bottles up the hill. But yeah, I walked over and checked them out, and I did hit them, or hit the white jug to my right. That one there I'm touching now. Yeah. So fun. And then it'll cut. Well,
it damn sure didn't blow up like I figured it would.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, and you can see that's the back side of the jug. You can see where the 3 shots pierced it, and it was way right, but it was on the
Turn it around,
jug.
that's the rear.
So I still think I'm tilting the rifle to the left, which will push the bore line to the right,
Definitely hitting it.
and you'll have a problem. You'll miss to the right or the left of your intended center. Okay, and then I cut on.
Well, let's try it.
And that's me shooting again through the jug. Oh no, I hit the first bottle, didn't I? Okay, and then the second bottle. And the bleach bottle, I nicked it. I didn't really hit it solid. Then oh yeah. Did you see the bottle cap fly off the, that one? Watch this. Watch this. Boom! And it's gone. And it just disappeared. Just, there you go. Flew 10 feet away to the left, down into a hole, and did not even see it. And when I get the camera and bring it up, it's just close in, and the dang gum thing wasn't focusing. And I had a rifle in one hand, the dang camera in the other hand. I couldn't do the autofocus or the touch focus, so it didn't focus in too well. But it blew the jug all to pieces. I mean, just shredded it. And the white one, if you'll notice the big detergent bottle, when I back off a little bit again, you'll notice it's gone. It is completely freaking gone. And there's a piece shredded off to the far right, but you don't see it in this shot. I think I should have left the camera where it was at and set the rifle down on the bipod and started a completely new segment. I didn't do it, so I was in a hurry. We were supposed to be going into town and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it just would not focus. But yeah, the bottle cap, the cap came off that second bottle when I blew up the milk jug. But anywho, that's enough. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mac Daddy 1911A1 with the Shade Tree Survivalist. Y'all take care.